The center is quite small, but it's quite spread out. It's not a very designed city in that sense. It sort of grew quite organically and spread out mostly in one direction because it can't go into the water. Reykjavik's a special place, and it does really sort of draw you back. Even though you do travel a bit with your work, like in the Sugarcubes I traveled all over the place. I always ended up here. This is not a bad place to come back to. We do have an unusual amount of good music. I don't know why that is. Probably something in the water. Filmskolin means the bandstand. It's a building built in 1922 for the Reykjavik marching band. I still love Filmskolin because it's the birthplace of a lot of music in Iceland. And it doesn't have much of an elite feel, it's just basically let's get down and do it. I come out of that environment a lot. The music on the windows, it's about the river that runs through Thingvellir. In the basement of this building used to be a jazz club where I played one of my first gigs in public when I was maybe 15 years old. This place here in the center was basically a desolate center. A lot of artists and people moved in and started doing graffiti and making it into a little skate park. It's a wonderful little free-form play park called the Heart Garden. This is a wonderful place where anarchy still lives. The Sugarcubes formed a collective called Bad Taste that actually released through the years a lot of weird stuff from Iceland that we thought we had to release. But not it's not very commercially viable always. So we're very good at losing money. And what now keeps the whole label alive is the record store. And this was the first record we made, the Sugarcubes record, called Einn Móla Mann, which had the Icelandic version of Birthday. In this square and in Austurstræti, this street here, is where the kids hang out in the summer, late at night. Because it's bright 24 hours, this could be midnight in June. We used to go down here and hang out. This place is basically full of hormones in the summer. In Reykjavik, you're always close to nature. I mean, you walk 2 minutes and you're at the sea side. Or you drive for 15 minutes and you're by a big mountain. There is a real closeness to nature. And the pools, I mean, they're a part of that whole thing. Being close to nature. It's wonderful to be able to sort of in the freezing winter to go into these warm pools all the time. It's sort of, I don't know, for me it gives you a closeness to the water, a grounding. Because you have all this crazy energy going on here. It's good to sort of be able to ground yourself by going into the water. The hot pots at the pool are like the Parisian cafes. People come here before they go to work, talk about politics. And, you know, the daily talk of the pot. Harpa means a harp, and it's a wonderful sort of multifunctional hall. It's actually a little bit a child of its era. The project itself was a brainchild of some wealthy bankers and musical folk. Like the glass cover on it is designed by a Danish Icelandic artist called Ólafur Eliasson. And his pieces are sort of on a grey area between design and art. Well, you sort of have to experience it really to believe it. Ooh la la. They started building it in about 2006, and in 2008 when we had the crash, the building was half built. And so this big ambitious project by a few bankers, it ended up in the sort of palm of the Reykjavik state and city. We're very spontaneous and good at doing things quickly. That's good for creative arts, but it's not good for banking. I go to quite a few gigs. I try to see the bands that are important here and up and coming at any given time. And there's such a variety. The variety has grown so much in the last few years. Here in Iceland, there's just been this ridiculous explosion of sort of creativity. Partly as a reaction to this crash, the bank crash that we had. The creative industries are used to making something out of nothing. And music is a great example of that. You know, energy will always find a way. If the energy is there, it will find an outlet.